My ex swears she still loves me, sleeps in my bed every weekend, uses my car every day, and promises there's no one else, but I just found out she's been secretly visiting her other ex, the father of her daughter, lying about it repeatedly. When we first broke up, I thought it was really over. 6 years together, one beautiful little boy, and more ups and downs than I could ever count. I, 34 male, loved her, 33 female, more than I think I've ever loved anyone, but we just couldn't make it work anymore. Constant fights, resentment building up like rust on metal, both of us worn down to nothing. So when it ended, I told myself this was for the best, that I'd finally get some peace. A week after moving out, I got my own place. Small apartment, quiet, lonely. I figured that would be the hardest part, learning to live without her and my son under the same roof. But weirdly, that's not how it played out. I had a serious injury a few months ago that makes driving nearly impossible, and since she didn't have a car, I told her she could use mine. It was just supposed to be a temporary arrangement, help her out, make sure our son gets around safely. But it became something more. She started coming over every day to pick up or drop off the car, and we'd end up talking. At first, it was polite small talk about our son, bedtime routines, daycare, bills. But then, the tension started creeping back in. That old familiarity. The looks. The jokes. The accidental touches. A few days later, one thing led to another, and we slept together. We both laughed about it, said it was a one-time thing. But of course, it wasn't. We fell into this weird, intoxicating rhythm. Friends with benefits, we called it. But it wasn't just that. She started staying longer when she came over, dinners, movies, cuddling with our boy on the couch. On weekends, she and my son would crash here Friday through Sunday. We'd cook breakfast together, watch cartoons with him, and for a moment, it felt like we were a family again. The kind of family we always talked about being, but never quite managed. And the crazy part? We were actually getting along better than we had in years. The fights stopped. She was softer, kinder, more affectionate. She told me she loved me again, said she never stopped. She'd reach for my hand while we watched TV, kiss me randomly in the kitchen. We were basically together without calling it that. And for a while, I let myself believe maybe we were finding our way back to each other. Then came him. Her ex. The father of her daughter. The same guy who's been a problem since day one. They share a kid, so I get that there has to be some communication, but it's never just that. There's always this undercurrent with them. Texts late at night, private calls she won't take around me, that weird defensive tone when I ask simple questions. Towards the end of our relationship, he was one of the main reasons we fell apart. She'd tell me they were just talking about their daughter, but somehow it always turned into arguments and secrets between us. So when I noticed her phone lighting up again with his name a few days ago, my stomach dropped. It's like déjà vu, the exact same pattern all over again. I asked her straight up if she was seeing him. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "No, of course not. We're just friends. You have nothing to worry about." And maybe I should have believed her. Maybe I should have just taken her word for it. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. She was distracted, distant at times, smiling at her phone when she thought I wasn't looking. Thursday night hit me like a freight train. I was sitting in my apartment, waiting for her to come by with our son like she usually does, when I found out, completely by surprise, that she and the kids had been at his house. Not home like she said. Not just out running errands. At his house. And apparently, they were just leaving to come home. That single sentence, "We're on our way home," was enough to flip my whole stomach inside out. Something just felt off. They live only 2 minutes from me, so I asked her to swing by for a minute. She hesitated but eventually came. And when she walked through the door, I could tell right away that something wasn't right. She looked nervous, twitchy almost, like a kid who knows they've been caught doing something wrong. I didn't waste time. I asked her straight out, "Were you at his house tonight?" At first she lied. Said no. Tried to play it off like I was being paranoid. But I just stared at her until she realized there was no point pretending I knew. Then came the truth, or at least part of it. Not only had she been there that night, but she'd been there a bunch of times. Every single time I had asked her where she was, she'd lied. We talked for hours that night, 6 straight hours until the sun started to rise. She was here until almost 6 a.m., crying, apologizing, promising that nothing physical had happened between them. I was calm, respectful even, but my chest felt like it was being crushed. I told her as clearly as I could, "If you want to be with him, just tell me." I wouldn't yell. I wouldn't get revenge. I wouldn't even hate her. I'd walk away, give her space, and we'd co-parent peacefully. But I needed honesty. I needed closure. She swore up and down that there was nothing going on, that she'd never, ever be with him again, that she wouldn't even mess around with him if given the chance. She kept saying, "You have to trust me. I wouldn't hurt you like that." And part of me, maybe the stupid, hopeful part, wanted to believe her. But then I remembered something that didn't add up. Earlier that same day, while she was at my place, she told me that he had gotten really mad at her for being here. I asked her, why would he be mad if he's just a friend?
She froze.
No answer. Just looked away. That moment told me more than any of her words could. Later that night, while she was still here, her phone lit up again, his name. I couldn't help but glance at the screen. He'd sent her 2 messages. One said, "I heard you were at your boyfriend's place," and the other, "I know you're at my name's house." I pointed it out, said, "That's not how friend talks." She brushed it off, said, "He's always sarcastic like that. It doesn't mean anything." But come on, who texts like that unless there's something emotional or territorial going on? Then Friday came, and she told me that he knew she'd been with me all weekend. That alone was weird. Why would that even come up in conversation unless they were talking a lot? And apparently, this guy is constantly texting her, asking her to hang out at bars, go to clubs, even inviting her to a hotel on the beach this week. A hotel? What friend does that? She swears she always says no, that she's not interested, that she doesn't see him like that anymore. She says if they were ever going to get back together, they would have done it years ago, that it's been almost 7 years since they were together, and she's moved on. Maybe that's true. But why the lies? Why hide being at his house? Why not just be honest if it's nothing? I've told her over and over, I don't need her to be perfect, I just need her to be honest. If she told me straight up that she was seeing him, I'd walk away. I'd be hurt, yeah, but I'd move on. It's not even about jealousy at this point, it's about respect. I've given her every opportunity to tell the truth, and each time, she doubles down. The worst part? Sometimes, when I bring it up, she gets angry. Says, "We're not together, I don't owe you explanations." Maybe she's right. Maybe technically she doesn't. But she's the one who keeps making promises, telling me she loves me, spending the night, saying she wants to rebuild. She's the one who swore she'd tell me everything from now on, that there would be 100% transparency. And yet, here I am, feeling like an idiot. She also knows that if I ever found out she was with him, I wouldn't take the car back.
I told her that.
Because right now, that's the only way I see my son, every day. I made that clear, I'm not going to use the car as leverage. So there's no reason for her to lie to protect that. Which just makes me wonder, why keep lying at all unless there's something to hide? I'm stuck in this place between trusting her words and believing my gut. And my gut tells me something's going on. That she's not telling me everything. That she's keeping him around in a way that's more than just friendly. I've always been loyal to her. Always. Through the fights, the breakups, the chaos, I've never once stepped out or lied. And now I'm sitting here, being torn apart not by betrayal itself, but by the not knowing, the half-truths, the constant second-guessing. It's not the thought of her with him that kills me. It's the idea that she could look me in the eye, swear there's nothing going on, and still lie. I don't even know what to think anymore. Every time I convince myself that maybe, just maybe, she's telling me the truth, something else happens that drags me right back into doubt. It's like being caught in quicksand. The harder I try to find solid ground, the deeper I sink. I keep asking myself, how the hell am I supposed to get over her when she keeps me hanging on like this? How am I supposed to heal when she's still here, still texting me, still saying I love you, still spending weekends wrapped up in my arms like nothing's wrong? Every time I try to pull away, she reels me right back in. I can't breathe without her name echoing in my head, and she knows it. Part of me knows what I should do. I should walk away, cut contact, let her figure her life out without me in it. But another part of me, the stupid, hopeful, lovesick part, can't let go. Because what if she really is telling the truth? What if I'm about to throw away something real because I couldn't handle the uncertainty? When she and my son stayed over this weekend, everything felt perfect. Like old times, but somehow better. We laughed, watched movies, cooked dinner together. She kissed me like she meant it. She told me again that I'm the only one she wants, that she's not seeing anyone else, that if she ever did start seeing someone, she'd tell me. She swore on everything that it wouldn't happen, that she's not lying. And for a few fleeting hours, I believed her. But then, When the quiet settles in and my mind starts spinning again, I can't stop asking why. If she's lying, if she's really seeing that guy, then why go to such extremes to hide it? Why come over every day? Why stay the weekend? Why sleep with me, hold my hand, say she loves me, look me in the eye with tears and say, it's just you? What's the point of lying that deeply? The only thing that makes even a sliver of sense is the car. Maybe she's keeping me close because she needs it, because without it, she's stuck. But even then, why the affection? Why the I love yous? Why the consistency? If it was just about convenience, wouldn't she be distant? Wouldn't she pull back? She doesn't. If anything, she's more affectionate than ever. She wants me there, she wants us around her, but something tells me she also wants him in some way. And that's what's killing me, this sense that she wants to keep both of us orbiting her. Like she can't let go of me, but she also can't let go of him. I keep wondering if she's being selfish, if she wants the security of what we had and the excitement of something forbidden. I'm not naive, I know people are capable of that kind of manipulation, but I can't reconcile it with the woman I thought I knew. I've run through every possible reason in my head, and none of them make sense. I know she loves me. I can feel it when she's here. I can see it in how she looks at me, in how she treats our son, in the softness that creeps into her voice when she says my name. But if she really loves me that much, then why keep lying? Sometimes I think about just calling the guy. Not to start a fight, not to snitch or anything dramatic, but just to talk. To say, hey, I think we might be getting played by the same person. Because if she's doing this to me, if she's lying to my face, then odds are, she's lying to him too. The problem is, we've barely spoken before, and I don't even know how that conversation would go. Would he even believe me? Or would it just start more chaos that I don't have the energy for? So here I am, stuck in this limbo, desperate to know the truth but terrified of it at the same time. I keep wondering if there's some way to get her to tell me. Like, do I give her an ultimatum? Tell her that if she ever wants to see me again, she needs to be completely honest about everything? But what if that just drives her away, and she runs straight to him? I'm scared that no matter what I do, I lose. If I push for the truth, I might end up hearing something I can't unhear. If I stay quiet, I'll keep living with this gnawing uncertainty that's slowly eating me alive. I know what everyone's going to say. It's Reddit after all. Walk away, man. Cut her off. She's playing you. I've seen those comments on other posts just like this. And maybe they're right. Maybe that's exactly what I should do. But saying it and actually doing it are two completely different things. It's not that simple when you've built years of memories, shared a home, raised a child together, and still feel that pull every time she looks at you. It's not like flipping a switch. It's like trying to tear out a piece of yourself. The truth is, I'm not trying to control her. I'm not trying to trap her or guilt her. I just want honesty. I've told her over and over again that she doesn't have to hide anything from me. I've promised her that if she's with someone else, I won't freak out, I won't yell, I won't even be mad. I just go my own way and give her space to live her life. I've reassured her in every way I can think of. I've told her that she has nothing to lose by being truthful with me. And yet, she still insists there's nothing going on, even when the pieces don't add up. And for the record, no, she's not scared of me. That's not what this is. I've never laid a hand on her, never screamed, never thrown things, never tried to intimidate her. That's just not who I am. I've always been the calm one, the one who talks things through. Even in the worst moments of our relationship, I kept my cool. I don't use anger as leverage, I don't make threats. I just want a real conversation, an honest one. But it's like she's locked behind this wall of half-truths and deflection, and I can't reach her no matter how much I try. I feel like I've said everything there is to say, used every ounce of patience I have left, and I'm still standing in the dark, waiting for her to either tell me the truth or walk away completely. I'm not looking for pity or moral lectures. I just want clarity. I want to know if the person I spent 6 years with is still in there somewhere, or if I've been holding on to a ghost of who she used to be. Any kind of advice will be helpful. I just want to know, can it be like that again on how it used to be? What are the next steps that should be taken? The thing is, I don't want to leave her.